Hello folks, welcome once again to this video. It's my pleasure to have you here in this particular video. So this time around we'll be looking at settings, and settings don't really have much to do here, so I'll just be taking you around these things, and where we have the important settings I'm going to tell you the important ones, and you're going to change those ones. Otherwise you just go around it, play around with it, and just make the settings and see what it will do for you. So let's go and see these things. We are here once again on our dashboard, and you want to head down to settings. So I'll click on settings, and then we are going to have all these other tools show up. So presently we are in general. You can see it's the one that is being highlighted. So the general settings are already filled. You can see the site title. We have our site title filled already. The tagline, this we saw when we were in customize. So the tagline is learn entrepreneurship, and if you point to this place, okay, you can't see it here because you are using localhost, but if you were on a live server it will show up there. Alright, so that has been done, but if you are not satisfied with this, you can simply change it here. Here is your website URL. You can see we are using localhost, but when you are on your live server, this will show the exact URL. And mind you, this is supposed to be HTTPS to show that it's secured. Alright, so if you are on your live website and this is still showing HTTP, what you do is you simply come here and add the S, and also add the S here, so that by the time you scroll down and save changes, it's going to log you out, and then by the time you log back into your dashboard, this might have changed, and then it will also apply to your address. Alright, so scrolling down, this is your email and it's already there. Now on membership, if you tick this, that means anyone can register. So here is saying new default role. So the new default role here is subscriber. Remember when we were creating the other account, when we were creating a profile for a new user, you saw that when we got to the role is the subscriber that was there. So you can change it to anyone. It doesn't matter. When you are still creating the role, you can still change it there to the one you want. So this is the language, is already in English. This is the time zone. You can change this. This is not my time zone. My time zone is UTC +1. Right, so that's my time zone, but it doesn't really matter much. Okay, so this is the date format. You see, this is going to appear, but you can change to any of these ones, anyone that suits your personality better. So this is a time format. You can change it to anyone you want, and this says week starts on, okay, week starts on Monday, but mine starts on Sunday. So I'm gonna hit save changes. So with that, we are done with the general settings, and then I'll move on to the next one, which is the writing. Here we don't really have much to do. Things are already set up. Default post category is uncategorized. Right now we don't have many categories, so that's the only one that's there. Post format is standard. You leave it at that, and then all these ones are already there. You don't need to bother yourself. Just hit on save changes. Then we move to the next one, which is reading. Reading, we already said this when we were in the customize. Okay, remember when we said our latest post? Okay, we said the home page and the blog, so it's already reflecting here, so we don't need to do anything. But let's say we didn't set it there, you can also do it here. So it says your home page displays a static page, and when you do the when you check on this, you now change your home page to the static page you want, and then your post page will be the blog. Alright, so this one is saying blog pages should show 10 posts. You can increase or decrease it depending on how many posts you want to show on your blog page. Okay, so this one is indication feed show 10 posts. You can increase it, you can decrease it. For each post in a feed, include full text, except, I would like to choose except because full text will just make all the text will be there and it will take a lot of space. So except is that the post, the display will just pick a summary of what your post is all about and it will show, and to me that's the better way. Now this one is saying search engine visibility. So if you check this, that means you don't want Google and Bing and Yahoo, all those search engines, to be able to discover your page and index them. So you just want your page to be there. If people will search for it, they might not find it on Google. So when you are done with this, hit save changes and move on to the next one. So the next one is discussion. I'm not sure we have much to do here. So many things, just go around, read them, and anyone that you want to make modifications, just go ahead and modify them, and when you are done, hit save changes. We move on to the media. This is your media settings. Okay, the thumbnail size should be this, medium size should be this, and all these things. I've never changed them before, believe me. So if you want to change them, fine. If you don't, you can leave all of them. Now this one is saying organize my uploads into month, year and year based folders. That's fine, leave it there, then hit save changes. Now here we have an important setting in permalink. Okay, permalink, this is your permalink structure. So what this means is that anyone you select here, whenever you are writing your blog post, is going to show the link like that. So let's look at what we have here. We have localhost primer. Up to this point is this is where the website stops, and this side is showing you that it is the admin and all of that. Okay, so okay, let me not use this doesn't give me a good picture of what I want to paint. Let me just go to Google and search for something. Let's search for WordPress website. Okay, let's just search for WordPress. And under WordPress, a lot of people are going to write things about WordPress. So let me choose this one, WordPress beginner. So you can see the structure here. Now this is the website, wordpressbeginner.com, then /guide. So this is under guide. Alright, so that's the way he has chosen his structure. Alright, so this is under guide. Okay, so in our own case, if you choose this first one, it's not going to show up like that. It's going to show the date first, then it's going to show the name of the post you are making. This one is going to show the year, the month, and then the name of the post. So all of this is the way it's going to show. But the best one, and the one that is good for search engine optimization, is this one. It just goes straight to the post name, so that when you make a post, it's just going to show your website and then straight to the post name, and that way it will be easy for Google to know what your site is all about and to bring it up when somebody is using similar keywords for a search. Alright, so with that we are done. We don't need to do anything more there. Just save the changes and head out of here. The last one is privacy. So we select privacy, and then we see the privacy settings. Now I'd like to advise you, this is really important for every page, especially if your page should be collecting data. You'll be collecting people's email address, people's names, people's addresses, phone number. So you need to have a privacy policy so that people will always read this and give their consent before they drop these things. Okay, so that you won't run into troubles. Alright, so here you can create a privacy policy that you open this their own privacy policy. So let's hit on it and see. We're going to open the privacy policy that came with WordPress. You can see here who we are and all of this. So you can simply edit this if you want. Alright, this is your privacy policy page, but it is not published, it is in draft mode. Alright, so they are just putting this in case you don't have. You can simply activate this one, you can simply publish this one, and it will save as your privacy policy. Okay, but if you have, you simply override this and change it, and then you click on publish. Alright, so if you are done and maybe you want to use it, you can simply click use on this page, and it will no longer be draft, it will become the usual page. But if I head on to my pages now, you'll see that I created another privacy policy page. Remember when we were still trying to show you some things under the customize? Alright, so this is the one we just checked out. It is in draft. If you want to edit it now, you see some write-up. This one is the one we created, doesn't have any write-up, so you can choose to activate this one, or you can get a privacy policy online and put on your page. But it's really important. Alright guys, that's been it for this particular video. I'll see you in the next one.